let's do that quick princess. Now I'm going to show you the way to do it if you haven't got a Linkaloon. You're going to need a blush, 5-inch round, a couple of scraps of 260. One of the scraps you want to make sure you go the same color as the hair for the princess. You're going to need a 260. Don't get too hung up on 260 blush. Don't get too hung up on how much it's blown up. You're going to need a scrap and a full 260. I'm going to be using mocha for this instance. And the scrap is about that big. Make sure you got a bit of tail. And you're going to need a 350 with about 2 hands width blown up. It's going to go on a candy cup, so we're going to do that first. So we got that base going for you. So let's show you how to do that candy cup. I'm going to use a gold, metallic gold. Blow it up about halfway. You're going to be making a series of 2-finger loops. 6 of them, in fact. So there's 2, 3. Now, I like to twist them together as I go along. 4, 5, and the last one, 6. Now, oh, that's good. What a great feature. Well, that one's deflated, but that's okay. You still got a little bit extra. So we're going to go back to the 6. Just like I planned it. So there we go. That makes for a great pedal base. Gives you enough to twist in as you need. So that's going to sit on the top of a cup. Right. Let's get started on the head. This is a little bit fiddly. It's a lot easier with a Linkaloon, I will say that. What I'm going to do, take a little scrap and make a decent sized knot. So, simple as that. Take your round, pop it in. It's called raisin twisting. A little bit of a challenge, but not too bad. Back in the day before Linkaloons, this is what you had to do. So I'm going to blow that up to about grapefruit size. Round that out a little bit. Tie it off. Take your other scrap. Add a little more. Now the trick is, I've grabbed that bit of scrap that I put inside. Grab that knot. Right, just grab that, twist that around. And we're just going to tie it off. There you go. That's how to make the head. Back in the day, that's what we had to do. With the Linkaloon, it's a heck of a lot easier, as you can tell. So, there you go. Let's put that aside for a moment, because I want to start with the body. Take your 350. small bubble, 2 finger, followed by another small bubble, pinch twist, twist that off, take your head, twist that in. Now take a moment, make sure you get those nozzles off, clean it up. I mean, you can if you want. I like to come down 3, maybe 4 fingers to the body. Make another, that's about 4. Right, simple as that. Now, there's an option here. If you are just doing this to hand off to a kid, you can roll this through and call it done. I'm making a candy cup. Into those petals, up the other side. Locks it in. I don't need this bit. I like to pull it down, wrap it around. And we don't need that bit. So far, so good. Take your blush. You can get away with a scrap. All you need is about 8 fingers worth. If you get a little low on balloons, as you do, come down, 4 fingers. I'm going to wrap it around. Now, you can, if you wanted, if you're so inclined, leave them sticking out and have her holding something. Entirely up to you. Come back up, wrap it in. I got more to make of these guys, so we're going to hang on to that. In. All right, so far so good. Take your hair color, 260. Just a small 3-finger loop. Small pinch twist. Now, wrap all that in. Make sure this is really soft and squishy. So you want to make sure you push that along quite a bit because you don't want it too tight. Now, you got the top of the head. You're going to come down to the neck point. Wrap it in those pinch twists. Come back up. Shake it around. Back down. This one goes together really quick. Back in, around. Now, if you've got enough to go back down, you can. I don't. So, wrap that in. I'm going to do some cleanup in a moment. But now, okay, you could call that done. I don't like that. So I'm going to show you what I like to do. Okay. Take your scrap. We're going to twist off about a 4-finger bubble. Wrap it in. And I'm going to come down underneath. Back to that pinch twist. Right. And then the other side, we're going to do the same thing. We're coming down the side, back around. There you go. Simple as that. You got room to put a crown on if you are so inclined. Nice space there. If not, that's okay too. So there you go. Not as pretty as Sonia Bochau's hair, but certainly serviceable. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here. Hide that bubble gum. So there you go. Let's do the art. Now for the art, you're going to need a bit of a handful of pens. You're going to need a black, a red, a blue, and a white Sharpie. But let's start with a black. As always, show you what I do. Start. Now if you want to keep it simple, that's okay. You can add a mouth to that and pretty much call it done. But these ones we have to be a little more fancy. That's okay. Step 2. I'm going to take the blue. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to run a double wide line right at that black point. Just like that. Simple. Don't need that. Take your, let's do your white. Hopefully this one's the primed one. Don't forget to prime it. So I'm going to fill in a little strip and then a dot, little sunspots. So one in the black, one where the blue and the black meet. Right? Simple as that. I hope you could see. Now I'm going to draw a mouth. Big smile. Color it in. That's a horrible noise. I'm sorry. Give that a minute to dry, because we all love paint pens. They take a minute. So let that dry. And then what you're going to do, you're going to talk to the little person, ask them who their favorite princess is, and all that. And hopefully this is the one. Now, while we're waiting for this to dry, let's talk about that piece here. you can, and this is kind of fun, add a different color in there. So if you want to do a pink strip, cool. If you want to do like a purple one, call it an alt. A little more alt, that's awesome too, because that fits in and it looks kind of fun. So this looks like it's pretty much dry. I'm going to keep it fairly simple. Trace around the white and then add that smile. There you go. You did the nose, and there you go. That's my basic princess. Been doing that one for ages. It works great on a candy cup. Let me know what you think.